Assalamu alaikum. Here's a quick video on the chapter that we struggled with yesterday. So I'm just trying out recording a video on Zoom. Let's see how it goes. A vertical mast is supported. By the way, before we start, a quick introduction. We're doing 3D trigonometry with SOHCAHTOA TOA. It gets more complicated later on, but for the time being, we're just using SOHCAHTOA TOA. All right. And let's read the question. A vertical mast is supported at the top by two cables reaching from 2 points A and B. The cable reaching from point A is 36 meters long and is at an angle of 48 degrees to the horizontal. Point B is 24 meters from the base of the mast. Find the height of the mast corrected through decimal places. So here they have given us a drawing. I'll just mark in H. That's what they want us to find, height, the height of the mast. Okay. Corrected 3 decimal places. Now, the idea in 3D trigonometry is you will have multiple right-angled triangles, and you have to apply SOHCAHTOA TOA in each one separately to find information. And that's the general gist of it. So part A is find the height of the mast. We look at the height of the mast. Now, in this triangle, I don't really have enough information. I've only got the one side. That's all I know. So I can't really do much there. But over here in this triangle there, note that it is a right angle triangle, okay? And that obviously is going to be the hypotenuse. And this is the angle we're talking about with reference to 48. Height is going to be opposite. The height of the mast is the opposite side. So I'll just label that O. Now I have O and H. That clearly means I'm using SOH. So sine of 48 is equal to H, which is the opposite side, over hypotenuse, which is 36. Multiply both sides by 36 there, 36 there, and you get 36 sine of 48 equals to H. And you can put that in a calculator and you'll get the answer. All right, looking at part B, find the angle toward the horizontal. Oh, you know what? We'll actually, let's actually do it. So I will do 36 sine of 48, and that's giving me capture screen. That's the answer. Okay, because we will need it for part B. Now, part B, he's saying find the angle to the horizontal of the cable. Find the angle to the horizontal of the cable. So they're clearly talking about this one, because that is the cable. Remember, that is the cable that is holding up the mast. That's the cable, and the horizontal will be there. So that the cable and the horizontal, and therefore that's what we're talking about. They want us to find theta. Find the angle to the horizontal of the cable reaching from point B to 2 decimal places. From point B. Again, just verifies that we're talking about the right angle there. All right, so what do I know? I know the hypotenuse. I know the opposite angle because we just found it there. That is 20, yeah, that's right. That is the height. The height is 26.75. That is the opposite side. And then we have a hypotenuse and we have the adjacent angle. I know the adjacent angle and I know the opposite angle. So we're clearly talking about adjacent and opposite, which is TOA. So tan of theta will equal to opposite, which is 26.75, let's say. 26.75 all over the adjacent, which is 24. And then I'll do inverse tan on both sides, equal to inverse tan of 26.75 all over 24. And theta is equal to, I'll do it on my calculator, shift tan, open bracket, 26.75 over 24. And that will give us and as you can see, we had 2 different triangles. I applied SOHCAHTOA TOA in the first triangle to gain the information H, or the height of the mast. And then now that I have more information for the second triangle, I can apply SOHCAHTOA TOA to answer the second part of the question. And that is the general pattern of these type of questions. You'll have multiple triangles and you'll have to use information from one triangle to get further information about a second triangle or a third triangle, and then you solve the problem in that other triangle. So let's look at another question, another example. And this is first question from the problem solving section. Triangular faces of a right square pyramid are at an angle of 60 degrees to the base. Okay, and they have illustrated this over here. The height of the pyramid is 30 meters. So when we're talking about the height, we are talking about from the tip to the base over there. That is 30 meters, and they've actually labeled that over there. Find the perimeter of the base of the pyramid corrected to decimal places. Now, this can be a confusing question, but just take it one step at a time. First of all, it is a square. The base is a square. Triangular faces of a right square pyramid. And what information have they actually given me? They haven't given me anything except for this triangle in the middle over there. So let's draw that triangle so we can see it a bit better. In that triangle, I've got a 60-degree angle here, and they have given me the height of 30. Now, how does that help us? Because what do we want to find? We want to find the perimeter of the base of the pyramid. We want to find the perimeter of a square. For a perimeter of a square, I just need to know one side. If I can figure out that side there, I just multiply it by 4, and then I will get the perimeter of the square. But I don't have any information. But hang on a second, I've got that base there. If you think about it, that base of the triangle is going to be half of this side. Because if I draw this over there, think about it. If I go all the way across, it's going to be double that area, that bit here. So I just have to find x here, and then I can double x, and I will know one side of the square, and then I multiply it by 4, and I'll get the perimeter of the base. So let's see what we can do. We've got the adjacent, so that is a 90-degree angle there. I've got the adjacent and the opposite, and I'm clearly talking about adjacent and the opposite, so TOA, OA. So tan of 60 equals to opposite over adjacent. I can multiply both sides by x, and then I'll have x tan 60 equals 30. Divide both sides by tan 60, and you get 30 equals to tan 60. If you think I skipped a few steps, just take it slowly. You know, this goes over there, that comes over here. I'm not doing anything complicated here. It's simple algebra. Okay, x equals to 30 over tan 60. Let's do it on a calculator. What do we get? We get 30 divided by tan of 60. And we get 17.32. Now remember, now that we've found x, I need to double x and multiply it by 4. So I can just times 2 times 4, and then I will get the perimeter of the square. So I just got 17.32 multiplied by 2, because if you go back to the answer, the x was just half of the side. We multiplied it by 2 to get the full side. And then I multiplied by 4 because I want the perimeter, which is 4 of these sides put together. And the answer is 138. Well, hope that helped. Give it a go. This is maths. You don't really learn by watching someone else do maths. It's something that you have to do yourself. You can watch this video a couple of times to get the main idea. But let me know on Slack if you need help, or if you want me to do more examples or anything. All right, so best of luck.